So I was hoping at first you could just tell me a little bit about your work.
Okay. I'm Julienne Lusenge, and I'm activist. We support women survivors of violence in DRC, and we promote peace in our country.
And what do you think is the biggest misconception or something that's the least understood about wartime sexual violence?
I think people don't understand why violence continue to be to develop in DRC, because they know that if we don't work for peace, to restore peace in our country, we not put an end to the violence against women. And so we need to work for peace.
What have been some of the biggest successes in recent years? Obviously, wartime sexual violence has been
the big success is each woman know that she needs to fight violence everywhere she has, everywhere she meets this situation, and we saw survivors to come together to fight sexual abuse, and we see young people to denounce, even if they have abuse with the teacher or pressure, they denounce that. And we see now some judge to be engaged to fight this violence, and we see our government to recognize this situation, because in the past our government that does not accept to recognize that the violence is a big problem in our country. Yeah, and now we see that in the world, people come together to say we need to fight violence. And I appreciate the campaign MeToo, because it's allow each woman to denounce. Because in the past, people think that it's only in the poor country as DRC that violence, abuse, or sexual abuse is a very big problem. Now we know that even if America and Europe, that it's the problem. And women know that each woman, where she is, she can be victim. And we need to come together to fight. In a DRC, war is about resources. They come to stolen our resources, and they kill us. They need to take the space. They need to push people out. No, as today in Beni, the Ugandese rebel come and kill everyone. Everyone. It's not possible. But the European people know, the European Commission know, USA know. They know. The leaders in the world, they know, but they didn't take action. When Ebola happened in Beni, till now, the Ebola is there. They come and they say, we need to fight Ebola, we need to fight Ebola. But people say, how you can fight only Ebola and you don't fight those rebels who kill us every day? You need to fight the rebel and to fight Ebola, so we can be in peace and go to our field to work.
And what do you feel most proud of in your work?
I cannot, maybe I can give just one example. I have many examples to give to you, because we have today, I can show you children who born from rape, and today they grow, they study, they have diploma, and they continue to study in university. Some of them has baby today, they are married, and some women who come to us as victims, today they are activists. They help themselves, other survivors, to stand up and continue fighting. But we don't finish. We continue to work. We continue to help women. We continue to mobilize money for grassroots, and we continue to do advocacy everywhere, internationally, nationally, and locally. We go to meet authority to speak to them. When I went to the UN Council, I speak to them and tell them that they must understand that women in DRC need peace, and we don't need any other resolution. Now we have enough resolution. We need just them to implement those resolutions that can help. We have a big mission in DRC, and we need them to fight for peace. We need peace in DRC. We cannot understand in DRC, women have no water, no electricity, no hospital. It's not possible. This year, I went to the village in Beni. We give water for women. We organize that and we pay for that. And women come to me, they dance, they sing. They are very happy because it's the first time for them to have water in the village. Every time they went far to look water, and there, rebels kill them, kidnap them, and rape them. But now they have water in the village. That has given me, encouraged me to continue to work and to continue to mobilize money for people.
And with the increased attention to sexual violence in wartime situations, you know, with the Nobel Prize and this kind of thing, has it really changed anything in terms of the money that you're receiving? Or?
It's not, till now, we cannot say that we have enough to continue to work because it's not enough. We need to have more money. And I need that donors can understand that even if we are Congolese organization, we have a tool to manage money, and we are clever, and we are able to manage this money and to give the reports. Because every time they say, oh, the grassroots organization, Congolese organization cannot. We can do that, and we do that because every year we do the audit. And we have some donors who give us money 10 years ago. We have this confiance. I don't know how I can say that in English, but I said I need to say to donors to believe to us and give us money. Congolese women group are able to manage money and to do the change in our country so that we can promote women's rights, we can promote democracy. We cannot have democracy in DRC if women don't participate in political level. And to have women in this place, we need to support them. We need to train them so they can be able to participate very well.